All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 14 before the top of the hour. Y'all time for Eva's Corner. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Eva's Corner, where we talk about all things womanhood, motherhood, and the juicy stuff in between. And today, the topic is a little sensitive, Rickey. However, this literally happened to me over the weekend, and I got to talk about it. So, consider your parents were still married, right? And then one of your parents passes away, unfortunately. How comfortable would you be with your surviving parent, the remaining parent, dating? So the setup is I helped my friend actually bury her mother a little bit over a year ago. Her mom battled with cancer for 2 years, and her passing away, I must say, was really, really sad. Her parents have been married for 37 years. She is the only child, no siblings, no outside kids, none of that. So the dad recently met this woman, and her name is Miss Gloria. Well, we call her Miss Gloria. Now, Miss Gloria and Dad are getting very serious, and Dad asked my homegirl the other day, like, hey, I want you to meet Gloria. You know, I've told you before about her. You said it wasn't time. Now it's been a year. I want you to meet her. So she's been reluctant. She didn't blow up on her father, but she hasn't obliged. And she asked me what I would do. And considering that my parents have been married for 40 plus years, if my mom passed away or my dad passed away, I don't know how comfortable I would be with either of them dating someone within a year. But that's just me. I'm a, daddy's girl and mama's girl, only girl. So maybe my ideas are skewed. So I need some help from y'all this morning to let me know what you would do. How do you feel about your surviving parent dating someone within a year of, your other parent passing away?
That'd be tough.
Immediately. My grandmother died, and my granddaddy hit me up and said, hey, I have a friend. I said, those marriage vows say until death do you part. You the one got to sit up in the house by yourself while I'm over here with somebody chilling, enjoying myself, enjoying my life. So who are you? Who am I to expect for you to sit up in the house by yourself and be sad over my grandmother's death? If you want somebody to come over to occupy your mind and your energy and be nice to you or whatever, I don't care. You the man. You did everything you're supposed to do. You did right by my grandmother. It's your house. It's your choice. It's your decision. And it's your life. And people just need to get over it. Or whatever they can't. Huh?
Your face says otherwise, Brett.
I disagree, Rickey, because when my grandfather passed away, like they were close to each other, so it took her a minute before she could see somebody, and when she did start like looking at somebody, we wasn't with it. It took a long time, and she understood. Like she didn't want to move fast, and we didn't want to see our grandfather replace that fast. Like, girl, what is you doing? And she was okay with that.
And Rickey, we had this conversation. I'm not for it. And because my thing, there's many facets to this too. You're not fit to move in my house, my daddy house, and honey, bring and have another family that you once had with children. Mm-hmm. And if my mama died next, then they getting her stuff. So nope, I would not.
No kids were involved.
Well, that's when it get that deep. That's when you have to sit down and have a business meeting with stuff like that. That won't happen. But to expect somebody to sit up in the house and be alone because they could die. See, a lot of times people die from heartbreak. They die from loneliness. And sometimes if you give people stuff to do to occupy their mind and their time or whatever, they would live longer.
Stuff to do, but people to do is different. Right. What you think, Kay?
Well, my parents got divorced before they had a chance to, for us to deal with that. And it was like 2 years. Like, they got divorced when I was 10. My mom started dating somebody when I was like 12.
But you and your wife have been married for quite some time. So if something was to happen, how comfortable you think your kids would be if you started dating someone else, or if it was the reverse, if your wife started dating someone within the year of your
If I started dating somebody, my daughters would probably have an issue with it. If she started dating somebody, they'd be like, oh, yeah, okay.
Wait, what?
They'd probably be with it. They'd be like, yeah, mama got somebody.
And, a year is too quick, too. They got women that read obituaries. And, honey, they go to funerals and stuff. And when somebody died, honey, before you know, that's
I tell you what.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if I die, I'm telling my kid, if I'm married to somebody and I would tell my wife, if I pass away, go on with your life. Go on with your life and enjoy your life. And I had a sit-down conversation with my kids. Hey, if I die, hey, your mom is welcome to date who she wants, and sit down and get into the details and have a clear understanding of what? You know what I'm saying?
But see, that would be a luxury because they never had that conversation. Mommy died unexpectedly, and now this is the situation. Let's go to the calls. Let's see what y'all got to say.
I think it should be 2 years before they start dating. Actually, when my daddy died, I told my mom she wasn't getting married to nobody.
Well, I believe it's based on an individual. It can take sometimes time for somebody to get over a mate, especially if they had a good marriage. My current husband, I met him a little over a year after his wife passed. He was comfortable with it, but his family had problems with it.
My mother has been passed for 5 years, and one thing is for sure, my dad took care of her in her dying days, and I watched him pick her up, bathe her, change her, and he can do whatever he wants, whenever he wants, because it's not our decision. It's when his heart is ready to move on.
I know that's right.
That's exactly how I feel. I because I personally, and everybody's different. Let me say that too. But I never forget me and my kids leaving my granddaddy's house, and we said, "Okay, we see you later." And my granddaddy, we were getting ready to pull off, and my granddaddy was sitting on the porch crying, and I'll never forget that. And to this day, even more than that, my grandmother's funeral, how my grandfather was sitting on the porch by himself, crying with that other empty chair over there, whatever. And so I was actually happy. As a matter of fact, the lady lived somewhere out of town, and I bought the plane ticket to fly her in, just where he can have him a nice weekend and had them over to my house, and just to see my granddaddy with some company and with some conversation, play cards and or whatever, because I just wanted him to live, and he did live a long time after my grandmother died. I think as a result of him not being longer. But that was definitely a good segment, something you should definitely talk about. All right, y'all, more Rickey Smiley, the morning show coming up.